Parsley's pedophile pals. Stop it!
How many times have you covered up for a pedophile? I mean, okay, a guy at work is molesting a teenage girl. She reports it to management. The boss finds out, and he is not happy. So he taps you on the shoulder, says, get a few guys together, sit down with this girl, scare the crap out of her, and just get her quiet and make this go away. How many of you have ever done that? I'm guessing the answer is nobody. Let me ask you this. How many of you would hang out with that guy? I mean, you're bowling, you're golfing, you're hanging, or maybe just had a relaxed time at work. He says, yeah, I remember that time that guy was molesting that teenage girl, and the boss said, hey man, make this go away. I got some guys, we scared her, she shut up, and it went away. Would you hang out with that guy? I don't think so. In this episode of Rod Parsley's Pedophile Pals, we're not going to introduce you to a new pedophile. I guess we'll refer to a new one that you haven't heard about, but more importantly, we're going to introduce you to a person and a very important role in the pedophile pal protection racket, and that is the role of the pedophile pal protector. And the protector's name is Bill Canfield.
Welcome, Elder Canfield, back to this platform.
Jesus is wonderful, amen.
Now, of course, this is all just alleged because all we've done is looked at scores and scores of emails, scores and scores of text messages, had gobs of phone conversations, talked to eyewitnesses, talked to the victims, and got documentation. So, yeah, okay, whatever. It's all alleged. Now, Bill Canfield probably knows just about all of the dirt that exists at World Harvest Church. He knows where the cockroaches, hide, and he knows where all the insects fly around and buzz around. He knows all that stuff, but we want to just zero in on one incident, and it happened in 2007 or 2008. Now, if the victim really checks her records, we can give you the exact date, but that's not really the point. The point is she was 17 years old, and she'd been molested by a church staffer, a paid staffer, and this had gone on for a while, and so just out of sheer terror and trauma and just the whole tragic situation just drove her to finally, she told her youth pastor. Now, the youth pastor probably thought he was doing the right thing, but he didn't, because Ohio law requires that even a reasonable suspicion of molestation in a church environment and other environments, but specifically a church environment we're talking about, he had a legal obligation to notify the authorities. That didn't happen. But what did happen was this child, this 17-year-old girl, was drugged into a conference room, probably after a Wednesday night service, a conference room that she could not leave voluntarily, by the way, and she is forced to sit down with her perpetrator and 4 other guys. And here's what happens. The interrogation, the intimidation, the victim shaming, the victim blaming. And who was leading this session? Bill Canfield. And what was the result of that? Well, yeah, it scared the crap out of her. And she was blindsided. There was no woman present. Her mother was not even notified. So it's a 17-year-old child, a girl, in a room with a total of 5 adult men, one of them being Rod Parsley. And so what did she do? Out of fear? Yeah, she lied. She said this didn't happen, that no, because she was afraid. Doesn't matter. Bill Canfield, Rod Parsley, had a legal obligation to report that, and they didn't. Now, Bill Canfield, everybody says that he's, this affable, likable, like Mr. Rogers type almost. Everybody likes him. But see, that's the perfect persona for a pedophile pal protector, and he's really, really, really good at it. Bill Canfield, I will say this about him. He can crack open a Bible, and he can share the truth. In fact, here's a little bit of truth that he shared when he had a service back in July. Take a look.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12 says, therefore, let him who thinks he stands take heed, lest he fall. And my brother and sister, you can fall from any level. Oh, yeah. You can fall from the bottom step, and you can fall from the top step. But I got this to share with you. The further up you are, the higher you go, the more catastrophic your fall will be.
You know, Bill, I got to agree with you on that one, Doc. Yeah, the higher up the ladder somebody gets, the bigger the crash and the bigger they fall. And I think you can see that coming. Maybe it's time to stop bowing down to Rod and maybe take a stand for God. And maybe it's time to simply tell the truth. You know, this complicity is not going to cut it anymore. And I think you already know in your heart that if you continue in this complicity, it's going to lead to a lot of nauseating uncertainty, which is going to come at you with increasing frequency.
Everybody around Rod Parsley, all you elders, all you secretaries, executive assistants who knew about this situation, you are complicit.
An ever greater and greater intensity. Now, by the way, do not shred any documents. Do not get rid of any files, because when the subpoenas come and when you got to testify under oath, are you really going to look in the eye of those that are questioning you after you've just sworn to tell the truth and lie? I don't think so. It's not completely too late to do the right thing. There's something that you can do that's right now, and that's just tell the truth. You can call me, 513-620-5754. Listen, folks, if you have anything you want to share, email ohioforfreedom@gmail.com. All correspondence is confidential unless you indicate otherwise. And folks, we'll see you next time on another episode of Rod Parsley's Pedophile Pals.
Rod Parsley's Pedophile Pals. Stop it!